And there you have it. The game ends 1-1 at Stamford Bridge. Chelsea, down to 10 men, secure 1 point against Arsenal. You could seriously make a case it was 2 points dropped for Chelsea, but wow. Wow, wow, wow. You guys can probably tell by the thumbnail. You guys can probably tell by the title who I want to dedicate this video towards. Reece James, Rolls Royce. Rolls Royce of a fullback, Rolls Royce of a midfielder, Rolls Royce of an inverted fullback, Rolls Royce of a captain, Rolls Royce of a footballer, Rolls Royce of a captain. Did you see that monster? I feel like that's the best way to describe it. Monster performance by Reece James. Make sure to like, make sure to subscribe to the channel. Give me your opinion on Reece James in the comment, because what do you guys make of it? What do you guys make of it? Like, Reece James is one of those players. When he popped onto the scene 7, 8 years ago, everybody always looked at him and said, this dude has got serious potential. This dude might even have world-class potential. This dude might be one of the best overlapping, underlapping fullbacks to ever play the game, and he will go down as a Chelsea legend. He will go down as a Premier League icon, legend. But I feel like throughout the years, injury has always held him back. But I feel like I always have to credit somebody like Enzo Maresca for one, the way he's utilised him. Because even when Reece James has been fit, you could see he's playing him maybe 2-3 games in a row, and then he'll take him out of the team for one game. Maybe the game after that, start him on the bench and bring him on. He's trying to like manage his body. He's trying to manage his minutes, because he knows I need to keep this guy fully fit and firing throughout an entire season, because what he can give me, we just saw it tonight at Stamford Bridge. That was a monster performance, yeah. Like, we'll speak on Reece James, but let's just speak about how that performance was so crucial to a team, number one, coming up against a team that's competing for the league title. Like, Arsenal sit top of the league. Arsenal sit top of the league. Why? Because they've been great this season, albeit regardless of the football that they play and the goals that they score and this reliance on set pieces. Listen, set pieces is a form of scoring goals. It doesn't matter. They sit top of the league because they've been very efficient in the final third. They've been very good in their midfield battles because they've got some great midfielders. They've been very good at the back defensively. They sit top of the league for that reason. Now, that team of that caliber, of that quality, of that consistency, of that chemistry, of that physicality in midfield, especially that physicality in midfield. When you bear in mind, you've got the Declan Rices, you've got the Zubamendi's, you've got the Morenos, you've got the Eze's that drop deep, you've got the physical centre backs, you've got Timber who sometimes invert. My point is, that's the team that came to South London. And if I was to tell you guys right now, that team came to South London full of swagger, full of confidence, having just beaten Bayern Munich in the Champions League. The feel-good factor is in North London. And Reece James, a one-man show, a one-man army, took out every single one of those players. And what I mean by one-man show is the fact that Caicedo, let's be real, was it team sabotage? Was it not aiding his team? Like, it was a crazy challenge and it was worthy of a red card. But when I was looking at it and I was thinking, Caicedo, you've set up your team. You've set up your teammates. You've set up your captain who's gone into war tonight against Arsenal with you and him in midfield. And we've all seen like how good the duo is of Caicedo and Reece James in midfield, and how good it is for Chelsea in terms of defending transition, in terms of progressing the ball, in terms of having control in midfield. Guys, I'm only highlighting all of these things because I'm trying to break down to you guys the type of game that Reece James stood out on against top of the league, against high-flying Arsenal. One man in midfield. His partner was sent off, and I think he was amazing. Like, there's so many words I can use to describe him, but Rolls Royce. I think Rolls Royce is genuinely the best word. Like, Rolls Royce is a term that gets thrown around any player that's doing well in the Premier League. Like, somebody that's just so elegant. He's so silky. He's so good on the eye. He's so good off the ball. He's so good on the ball. But the thing that just like shocks me so many times when I watch Reece James is because I look at him and I'm like, by trade, you've only recently started playing in midfield. Like, don't get me wrong, in his early years, especially when he went out on loan to Wigan, he actually was playing in the centre of midfield. But I'm looking at him now and I'm thinking, under Enzo Maresca, in a new system where one day he plays as a right back, where one day he plays as a right back that inverts, and then on some other days he plays into midfield. But that was the Reece James that was in midfield, all alone against what some people like to say some of the best midfielders in the league, in the Zubamendi's, in the Declan Rices. And I feel like he bullied them. I'm going to be real with you guys. I think he bullied them. I think physically, they couldn't get near him. And the thing about Reece James, like, what made him such an exciting fullback in the first place is because he was one of those fullbacks where he was gifted in so many different departments. One, physically, this dude can run. This dude can pelt you for sheer physicality, for sheer speed, for sheer power, for sheer strength. But at the same time, this dude can genuinely like school you technically. The drop of the shoulder, the odd skill here and there, his ability to play in those tight congested areas and carry the ball and maneuver himself in and around the players. Like, guys, I was genuinely watching that game, and every time he got the ball, I was like, wow, 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 wow. Like the fact that Chelsea have got themselves a talent like him. The fact that two, Enzo Maresca has now found a way to keep him fully fit, fully hungry, and aid him in those big games. But three, like when you look at Chelsea's midfield, it is very gifted when you bear in mind. Like you've got Caicedo, who in my opinion is one of the best midfielders in the world, one of the best midfielders in the Premier League. Then you've got Andre Santos. I really like Andre Santos. I really, really, really like Andre Santos. But then you've got the captain. The captain stepping into territory that he's not too familiar in. And he goes to war with the players that are playing for a team sat at the top of the league. And he bullied them. They genuinely couldn't get near him physically. They couldn't stop him tactically. Like even at times when he was receiving the ball and pressure was being applied to him from both angles, he finds a way out. And the thing about Reece James that's so great is he isn't just one of those midfielders where he's good at breaking play. Like, let's be honest, when it comes to midfielders, you can break it down into a lot of different categories. Some are great at breaking play. Some are good at progressing play. Some are mainly good in the final third when it comes to creating opportunities, getting into goal scoring areas. But with Reece James, I think he's great at all of them. I genuinely think he's great at all of them. Like, if we're talking set pieces, he's a dead ball specialist. When we're talking in the final third, he's a maverick. Like, he's a guy that can create an opportunity out of nothing. He's a guy that's gifted with both feet. He's a guy that's gifted at taking on the opposition players and beating them, whether it's for sheer skill or sheer physicality. And on top of the fact that I think he's a great leader. Like, I genuinely think he's a great leader. Like, sometimes when you look at like the way Maresca speaks about him, the way the other Chelsea players speak about him, the way players in the England camp speak about him, like when Reece James gets called up, they know a serious footballer has been called up and he's about to represent the England national team. But I'm gonna be real, guys. Like, I feel like Reece James always deserved like this success, let alone this plaudit, let alone this praise. But I feel like over the years, people have forgotten about him, like outside the Chelsea fans, because of like the injuries, because of him being in and out of the team, because of him not being able to give you like 10 games in a row. But I'm looking at him now and I'm thinking, brother, you've got your whole career ahead of you. He's still very, 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 very young. He's very mature. I feel like he's refined his game. You could see he now understands his body, and I feel like that's what's aided Reece James more than anything. He now understands his body, which is, I might not be able to play the game the way I was playing it at Wigan. I might not be able to play the game the way I was first playing it as a fullback at Chelsea when I broke through, like especially like during his period under Frank Lampard when he was amazing. He now understands his body. He understands his strengths. He understands his weaknesses. He understands his role. His coach knows him. But on top of everything, his coach knows how to get the best out of him. For me, that was a man of the match performance. And I'm going to be real. There's a reason why I'm dedicating a whole video to Reece James, because I feel like today he went to war, one man, all alone in midfield, and he came out on top. And it's so crazy because like Reece James genuinely has so much more growth to him. And I'm going to be real. He's seriously like putting in a ridiculous audition for him to be transformed from a fullback into a midfielder, because as a midfielder, he brings it all. I think Enzo Maresca loves him. I think all of the Chelsea players love him. I think as a talent, he's amazing. And I'm going to be real, man. I think he's genuinely going to have, like, what does the future hold for Reece James? I think it's scary. That's the best way to put it. What does the future hold for Reece James? Scary in terms of what he can do, what he can win, how much more he can grow, how much more of an impact he can have on games. But guys, that was a Rolls Royce of a performance. So make sure to like, make sure to subscribe. I'll catch you guys on another one.